Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Studio Gallery. You can't see my 14 by 14 inch canvas, but it's over there. I have a slightly schmutzy cup, some pink fluorescent paint from Folk Art that's matte. I have a desire for some Anita's white metallic, which is over here actually, to go in between there. I'm going to make some layers up. This is a quinacridone magenta with some other things added into it to make it lighter, including iridescent pearl fine from Golden. This is an orange from Hobby Lobby, Master's Touch, I believe. This is also a Master's Touch dioxazine purple. These are all mixed with pouring medium. My recipe is below the video. This is a mica, gold mica that I had left over from a couple of years that I stopped using when I started using the Deco Art Americana 24 karat gold, which is nearly impossible for me to find. And I recently received some Polypore from Color Art Primary Elements, and I want to use that in there, and it seems to be a much nicer consistency than it did before. This is an ancient color shifting orange from Folk Art. And I think the one thing I forgot to bring over was, is my lighter color that I love next to that. So I'm going to put some of that in there. This is a iridescent purpley pink. And I might want some more of that. And I'm going to endeavor to risk some pinky orangey Folk Art color shift right near that. Maybe I'll put some metallic red, or it's probably got iridescent pearl fine in it from Golden. This is a pink that I hadn't liked until recently because the bottle had this orange on it and it was sort of confusing to me, and I really like it now. Here's some more of that orange from a different batch come out, and that's that. I needed to use up that bottle and I did, yay! So this is my black Folk Art gloss enamel. It's also an acrylic. I'm going to throw some more of that gold in there. A little more of that white pearl from Anita's in there. It's metallic. I've got a blue out. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I am going to put the black enamel right down through the center of this. I have an edge catcher. It's kind of a fugly one. And I've got paper. And I want to use some of my black, which is just half Artist Loft and half semi-gloss onyx from Color Place from Walmart, with pouring mediums mixed into it. This time I'm going to try and get my stuff out of the way. I'd like this to go to the edge. I'd like it to be useful as a tool to flow paint. It doesn't matter if it covers much in the middle because that's where I'm going to put my ring pour, which it occurs to me is a kind of an odd thing to have put into a square cup, but that is okay. I have tweezers somewhere. They're good for getting that stuff out, and they're available on my Amazon link a lot with a lot of other things that I've found useful in my paint pouring experience. And you can find that Amazon link underneath the link tree, the first blue link underneath the video. I want to thank you guys for liking my videos. I really appreciate the thumbs up. It helps not just my morale, but it helps my standing on YouTube. And same for your comments. Your comments keep my morale boosted. I don't do things like everyone else, but sometimes I do. I mean, really. So, now comes the interesting part. Do I want to put this in something else? And I kind of do. Do I see something else to put it in? That is the question. I have a small ring pour cup. And I'm just going to transfer half of that. And I'm going to do a ribbon pour. And because I like that yellow so much, well, I call it Velveeta. I'm going to add some more of it, hopefully. Now that's a start. Looks like I could put feet down and have some on a beak and make some kind of, well, it's got a bug body, so maybe not. But it's still kind of cool. So I don't see any of that mica, and I really want my tweezers now because I totally see something that I want out of there. And I should have found them before, but you know what? I've got a couple spare sets. Whatever it was, I lost track of it. I'll see it again in a moment, I'm sure. There it is, and it's huge. It needs to be removed. And I got it. I think it's really interesting the way you move it back and forth and you expose different colors. But I know the thinner I make the layers as the colors are exposed, the better off I am with keeping some of them. And I almost forgot to torch. And torching releases the bubbles in the paint, but it also releases some cells, brings them to the surface among the layers of paint. And I want to put a little more of this paint in this cup, right in the other cup. And just have some fun playing with patterns. Stretching them out, stretching them back. Trying not to lose anything really cool. And there's quite a few cool things happening in there. Loving those little cells. This little ring over here isn't working out very well, but I have a feeling it's going to get swallowed anyway. I'm trying to tip toward you guys so you can see what's in the light from the window. I'm loving a lot of that. It makes me want something I don't have in there, which is a metallic purple. And I guess I'm just feeling my Halloween flavors. I'm going to put some of that right into that cup. A little bit of that iridescent pink. And bring it around. I'm going to move this down to that corner before I do anything else to it, hopefully. And before that one up there swallows everything, let's move it right back into to another position. I'm just going to use a little bit of this edge catcher, hopefully. Maybe I should use more than that. And move that paint right down so I can, come on, shuffle it right back onto the canvas. I'm going to take some of this orange over here and cover my edge. I'm actually getting covered. I've got bottles in my way. I'm going to put my edge catcher down right there. Now what do I think? I think I've got some great colors. I'm going to try and risk it. And pour straight out of this cup. And loop-de-loop right around. It's not overly attractive to me yet, but I have hope. I'm going to go over that edge first. I can retrieve whatever paint I want to right off that edge catcher once it falls. And I especially like to do that with stripes. I have some black paint on my spatula. Oh no! I feel like I'm doing this backwards. I'm going to grab a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. The spatula I'm using is an OXO omelet turning spatula. I think I might have mentioned that. After 1,500 videos, which you can find all of on my playlist, on my channel and creative playlists, it gets a little bit interesting to try and remember which thing I said in which video. So that's interesting right there, but it's right in the middle. Loving those ribbons. Loving them. If I get to a certain point and I don't want to tip anymore, I have GAC 800 by Golden in all of my paint mixtures. And it's definitely got Halloween flavors to it. Somebody asked me for Halloween painting. I guess they're getting it. So by letting some paint flow to the edge, then I can also cover my edge. I'm going to lose most of my black negative space. This is not working for me, so I am going to throw some white pearl in there, and hopefully that will create the contrast I'm looking for. It's a lot of zigzagging. I like what's in the central area. So you can see that wherever I added fresh paint is where you get the best flow. I see something in there, I think. You can see things that are in there because they're pulling paint in the opposite direction from the direction you're flowing. I have no idea what I'm doing, so if you're asking yourself if I know, I don't. I am just following my instincts as per usual. And making new areas of interest as I go, hopefully. I kind of want everything to go down to that corner, and I'm not sure if I can do that. And I really could do that by putting some black along that edge, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flow it back into the painting. And then I'm going to try and flow some stuff over that way. And everything is moving. But I did get my desire. Some very strange colors. It might be time to torch again and have a look at what I've got and see how I feel about it. It's pretty strange. I am going to grab a skewer and drag a few things like that strange orange line in the center somewhere else. I'm going to hit it really quick with a torch. I wish I had a whole lot of purple. I think what I'm going to do, if I can find some blue, I didn't mean to rhyme, and if I do it again it'll be in this time. Yeah, I'm a little lost. There's the blue, there's the purple, there's the dioxazine purple, here's some neon pink. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I need something very much full of contrast. That's what I want. And that's what I just got to. Bring my paint catcher back. Let it all roll down. Let it roll back in again. That was the Venetian blue, and I really needed that contrast. Really like that a lot now. as opposed to everything being too much in the same family before. I didn't torch that, and I probably should have. I see you're not a bubble, you're a thing. I'm going to squeeze that edge catcher. Maybe it was a bubble. No, it's a thing. Come here, thing. Alright, so I like that. I'm going to let the rest of that paint become part of this process. I am going to try, I have a little bit of that gold mica showing. I'm going to see if I can keep some of it on the surface. Which we won't know for another minute. Because I'm going to tip it first. I've got all kinds of areas here, here, here. I've got all kinds of areas to try and I'll do what I usually do, which is go back the opposite way from the way I think I want to go to begin with. I like that. I don't want to lose this cool thing. I'm going to let everything go down over the edge over here. I'm even going to move the canvas down. That's a little better. I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys I do sell my artwork, and I do give classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. I've got a class tomorrow, in fact. We're looking forward to having some fun. Should you ever decide you'd like to join me, find my email address below the video, underneath the link tree. I like waggling things into place. And I'm gonna blow that, I think, right. Sometimes doing this just makes me want to add chain. I've got a little more. I'm really, really curious as to whether that gold is actually going to stay. Love my little waggle patterns. I haven't quite hit on the time when they're too much. So I love you guys. There's over 90,000 of you subscribed. My desire is that you decide that you like what I do enough to help me out, which is watch longer. Give me a thumbs up. Continue to leave awesome comments. Thank you to everybody who does that. You keep my morale boosted. Keep me wanting to come back here for you. This seems like it's just a lot too evenly distributed. Do I have another cup of color? I do. Alright, so here goes nothing in the last moments. And a little more, I think. Even though I love those cells there, I want that ribbon dribble. Now, because I use the GAC 800, I should have no problem with that. I am going to hit it quick with a torch. I am going to waggle those little links. It's kind of bizarre. But it is what it is. And even as I say that, I think I could add some purple. And that might make me more pleased. And where's my white? Alright, so you guys take care of each other, take care of yourselves. I will see you anon. I'm sure you'll get all the information I usually share with you in some other video if you decide to watch any of my 1500 that you can find on all playlists and creative playlists. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery saying thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again soon. Neat. Better. Happier.